Hello, this project is on the movie Sampoorna Ramayana. Our group is going to talk about Hinduism and how it plays a part in the movie, as well as the background of the movie. Then we're also going to talk about the characters and the themes, as well as a quick summary of the plot. We're also going to discuss some questions with each other about the movie and its relation to Hinduism. Enjoy!
Hi, I'm Kim, and I'm going to be talking about Hinduism. As we learned within class, Hinduism comes from the ancient Greeks. The religion was invented in the 19th century. Hinduism is a polytheistic religion with many gods. Some concepts that are important to Hinduism are Brahman, which is the concept of reaching or facing reality itself within the physical realm, something Arjuna tried to reach as well as Rama. Another concept is Atman, which means beyond the body and mind with the goal of moksha. The definition of moksha is the liberation from all life, samsara, which is reincarnation, and from oneself, which Rama tried to do once he was exiled. Hinduism is shown within the film many times.
Hi, I'm Alara, and I'll be talking about how Hinduism plays into the movie. Hinduism played a large role in this movie, as many Hinduism traditions and cultural norms were displayed throughout the movie. We were able to see Hinduism through the dancing, singing, and costumes of the characters, and also how the characters acted in certain situations. When Rama was put into exile for 14 years, he remained completely obedient and did not put up an argument with his elders. Rama had dharma as he maintained and managed the order of things by obeying his stepmother as he went into exile. Also, Laxman exhibited a great deal of loyalty to his brother as he went with Rama into exile, along with Sita as her duty as Rama's wife. Also, Kakaya received karma as she placed Rama into exile, and because of this, her husband died from severe distress.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm going to be talking about some facts about the movie. First, it was a mythological Indian film that was released in 1961 that is filled with action, adventure, and drama. It was the second significant Hindu movie based off of Rama, which was directed by Bahi Mistry. Also was a box office hit that later became a milestone for Hindu mythology. The director of the film is known for the special effects he does to enhance the dramatics, which is seen significantly in the movie. Lastly, this movie was based off of the film Ramayana by Valmiki.
Hello, I'm Michael, and today I'm going to be talking about many of the themes that are present in this film. And there are lots of different themes, and one of them involves how different characters portray different parts. Like one character strongly emphasizes how important loyalty is and how important some sorts of religions are. So I want to start with Ravana. Ravana represents the lesson learned as a result of lawless and a lack of restraint. For Ravana, the desire to control all, own all, and immerse himself in a world without restraint is something that is seen to be personal and socially destructive to himself. It is the lesson of unchecked ego and uncontrolling pride that destroys him. He is also seen as a demon king when he becomes obsessed with having Sita, possessing the only thing that he could never have drives him insane. And it is through this unchecked ego where we really get to see his demon nature. One of the characters, Amanda Dory, she enables the virtue and devotion of what is right. And despite Ravana being this terrible person, she emphasizes the importance and tries to steer him into the righteous path of being good to one another. She continuously reminds him of the good that needs to be done and stresses that the torment of Sita is a sin. Finally is a theme of protection. When Ravana is taken with Sita, ready to make her his wife, she refuses, denying Ravana what he desires. His anger makes him ready to kill her on the spot, yet Mardiana interferes on Sita's behalf. So now some of the characters and how they represent different things. Ramana represents the lawful nature of structure and rules. Sita is the idea that one must aspire for their own purpose. Lakshmana is the one who embodies the lesson of loyalty and honor. And Ajna is the embodiment and lesson of working towards a noble goal.
Hi, I'm Lizette, and I'll be giving the summary for Sampoorna Ramayana. This film talks about the story of Lord Rama and his years spent in exile with his wife and brother, and also chronicles the end of the demon king Ravana and his family. In Ayodhya, there are festivals all over, as the day has arrived when Raja Dashrath will be crowning his eldest son, Bhagwan Shri Ram, as the future king. But there is sorrow and anger in one part, that being with Rani Kakaya, one of the 3 wives of Raja Dashrath, who wants her son, Bharat, to be crowned king. Her laments and compliance make Dashrath give way, and she also makes him promise to banish Ramji from 14 years. Ramji accepts his stepmother's conditions and sets out of Ayodhya and his wife Sita and younger brother Lakshman. It is a mythical film that depicts the true test of religion, unity, and the real ethics of Hinduism.
Now we are going to discuss some questions with the whole group. What did all of you think of the ending of the movie? Did you expect what was coming?
I know. I'll say
You
first.
go, girl.
Well, there's a lot of ups and downs in the movie. Towards the end, I guess, I didn't think it was expected. I was expecting a happy ending, but in the end, we see Rama finally meeting his 2 sons, and Sita finally, getting that, getting to see her sons be with her father, and I guess that's like all that she wanted after he abandoned her. So I guess for her that was just like enough, and she was just like, all right, I'm good now. I've lived my life. That's it. And unfortunately, to Rama's, that's probably not what he wanted. He probably thought they were going to be like a family. So I guess for him that was like hard, and it really wasn't a happy ending, I guess. So
Yeah, I really just expected the whole family to just like kind of come together and just like be a happy family like at the end of the movie. But the fact that she just was ready to leave the earth basically was kind of surprising, because it kind of left everybody else miserable, like her husband and the sons and everything. So it wasn't really expected.
I agree.
Kind of like the same thing, like I expected them, her finding out that he was their father, I would think that they would just like want to like spend time together and like recoup time that they didn't have, but it didn't seem like it ended like that.
It's kind of selfish of her to just leave all of them like that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
How are the different caste systems portrayed in the movie?
Well, I feel like in the movie, they focus in on a lot of the wealthier people, and we do see like the servants like Manthara and the other like the loyal people and stuff like that, and like the monkeys, and we see how they're so loyal to the wealthy, and usually in like movies today, or like in movies, like the poor usually hates the wealthy, but in this one they're so loyal to them, and they look, especially when they wanted Rama to be king, like everyone was hoping he would become king, and because of Manthara's betrayal, she kind of like flipped it.
So also the fact that Manthara, since she was like one of the workers in the castle, and I mean they did this for a good reason, but a lot of people like in the house and like everyone else in the movie, they at several points they like threw things at her and really disrespected her, even though she did things to like basically deserve it, because she talked in people's ears and said mean things about the other characters. But the fact that like they did that all to her and not to someone of like a higher standing really shows like the real difference in the caste system, because she was like she was in the lower standing. She was kind of like just a worker. She wasn't one of the hire like kings or queens or someone royal. So
Yeah, and also the suitors that were trying to win Sita had to be royalty or at least wealthy for her father to let them even think about marrying her.
yeah, exactly. There was a really high standard there. So.